Greetings, my friends. I am the Medieval Texan, and today is a very special day. Today, March 2nd, is Texas Independence Day. Right, I really wanted to do something special to celebrate my country's birthday, but as Texas as we know it did not exist during the medieval period, as well as being on the other side of an ocean from the events of the Middle Ages in the Old World, I was having trouble trying to decide on a topic for this video. At first, I thought about attempting to create a medieval-style redesign of our flag, but let's be honest. It's perfect the way it is. Our coat of arms, however, a little bland, so let's try to fix that. So this video will delve lightly into the rules of heraldry, but I do not wish to go too in-depth, as I think I would like to possibly make a more thorough video regarding that. So instead, I will lightly touch on some of the rules of heraldry in this video for designing a medieval version of the Texan coat of arms. The first question we should ask is, should I base this design off the current coat of arms or make it closer to the flag? I think basing it on the flag would be more interesting, as everybody recognizes the Texan flag when they see it. But first, let's look at the basic elements of a coat of arms, that being the escutcheon, I probably mispronounced that, or main shape of the coat of arms. The field, or the background color, the charge, which is the main image that is the focus of the coat of arms, and lastly, the ordinary, which is any additional designs that may appear on the field alongside the charge. To start with, I think I will choose a fairly basic shield shape to serve as the escutcheon, kind of modeling it after the coats of arms used by countries like Norway, Spain, or Croatia. From there, we can actually start to expand and explore other ideas for the rest of the design. The next step is to pick out the colors we will be using, which are going to be the colors of the Texas flag: blue, red, and white. Or, since the names of the colors in heraldry were often called by their old French names, azur, goulet, and argent. I probably mispronounced those two, but moving on. One thing to keep in mind with colors in heraldry is that they can be sorted into two categories, that being colors and metals. Blue and red are considered colors, but white is considered a metal. This is important to remember, as it is generally discouraged to place a color on a color or a metal on a metal, as they will usually not stand out very well and kind of blend together. So you want to try to put a color on a metal or vice versa. To fix this, the blue should probably not be placed here as it is in this design, but moved so that it is not touching the red. This design, with the field of blue kind of making a what we would call a chief ordinary, or a bar across the top edge of the shield above the red and white, should work fine, although there are a few other possible ways of accomplishing this. Next, we should go ahead and move on to the charge. Of course, being the lone star, we need a star. While doing some research for this video, I was actually kind of surprised to learn that stars were actually relatively rare in medieval heraldry. I did find some instances, including one kind of dubious reference dating to the 1500s by the Saxon Protestant minister and historian Johannes Letzner, who cites a story that was almost 400 years old by the time he told it, of one Curtis von Meinbrechthausen, nailed it, a Saxon knight who was stripped of his rank in arms in 1169 after committing a murder. The description of his arms states that it was an 8-pointed star beneath a chevron. In fact, while I was doing more research, it seems that many of the examples of stars in heraldry did come from what were then the various kingdoms, duchies, and principalities that made up the Holy Roman Empire, which was located mostly in what is now Germany, Austria, and the surrounding countries. There are a few notable exceptions to this, one being the coat of arms of the Scottish clan Douglas, which includes 3 stars and a blue chief ordinary at the top of the crest, similar to the one that we are designing today. Although not the most common element found in medieval heraldry, of the ones that we can find, it should be noted that there are at least 2 different styles of star to choose from, The first being the one found on the Texan flag and serving as our most well-known symbol, called a mullet. No, not that kind of mullet. I mean a straight-sided rayed star, which may have any number of points, but is generally assumed to have 5 unless otherwise stated. In Scottish heraldry, however, it may be worth noting that while all mullets are stars, not all stars are mullets, as the term mullet in the Scottish usage often refers only to a pierced star, while those unpierced are simply called stars. The second form of star, although not necessary for this video, is called an estoil, whose rays were wavy and tended to have at least 6 or more rays. While an estoil may be an interesting idea for this design, I believe I will stick with a more basic and traditional mullet, as this is what is found on the Lone Star flag today. With the main parts being completed, I could take it further and add a helm and crest above the coat of arms, but I am unsure what a good crest for the helm would be. I had considered possibly bull horns to represent the Texas longhorn, a well-known Texan animal and symbol, but I may instead make a pair of longhorns the supports of the shield while adding a blue and white plume, the two main Texan colors, to the crest of the helm. Lastly, a scroll bearing the Texas motto, Friendship, although probably would be a good idea to translate it into Latin, rendering the text as Amicitia, the Latin word for friendship. And there is a quickly put together, somewhat simple coat of arms that, now that I look at it, I cannot help but see the Don't Mess with Texas logo that the Texas Department of Transportation came up with. I promise that was not intentional. Anyway, while playing around with the ideas in this creation of this video, I had several ideas that I did not show here, although I may show them over on my Twitter account at Texan Medieval or my Instagram at medieval_Texan. So if you would like to see those, feel free to head over to either one of those and check them out. While you're there, feel free to follow as well, as I post updates about projects here on the channel there. Thank thee ever so much for watching. I truly hope you enjoyed this short video celebrating Texas's birthday here with me today. If you did enjoy, please feel free to click like, and if you are new here and like what you've seen, feel free to click subscribe as well. And if you would like to receive updates when I upload a new video, don't forget to ring that bell as well. Thank thee again, and until we meet again, I bid thee a fond farewell.